Well, turning back to the Pentagon's relaxing rules governing religious apparel and limiting the number of our troops to about 10,000, my next guest says that the uniform is a matter of political correctness run amok from this administration. Joining us now, Fox News strategic analyst, Lieutenant Colonel Ralph Peters. Ralph, great to have you with us. I want to start first with the idea of 10,000 troops in Afghanistan and then an ultimate drawdown at that number by the end of Mr. Obama's term. Your thoughts?
Well, as you know, Lou, I think Afghanistan's a losing proposition. It has no inherent value. It's a strategic outhouse. That said, I can support leaving 10,000 American troops there for a few more years if we can continue to kill terrorists. That is the only rationale for being there. If the purpose, on the other hand, is strictly to prop up the immensely corrupt, venal Karzai regime until Obama leaves office, so Afghanistan doesn't suddenly collapse on his watch, then I'm against it. Now, the reason for the 10,000 troop number is because if you go below that, they can't defend themselves. Because not everybody's going to be a combat troops. You're going to have intelligence troops, trainers, et cetera, like that. So I hate to leave anybody there. You can make a case for 10,000.
That's as reluctant an endorsement as I imagine could be made. Let me ask you this. Admiral Mullen, referring to Afghanistan and Iraq, talking about the Gold Star mothers and families of those who've fallen in service to this country, referred to, let's be straightforward, he said, referred to these wars as our dirty little wars, in which we forget those who've sacrificed everything for us. What do you think of his remarks?
Well, he's right. I mean, they are dirty wars, not always so little. They're dirty for the troops who have to fight them. But they're painless for the people in Washington, D.C., for the hypocrites in both parties who talk about how much they respect and love our troops, then abandon them. They're dirty wars for the men who have to fight. They're just dirty politics in Washington.
And these dirty little wars, they persist, and as you say,
will persist.
Both parties responsible. Admiral Mullen went on to say that he felt there should be required national service. I think that, frankly, with all due respect to the Admiral, and I know other military leaders who say much the same thing, I think is perhaps not a reach far enough, certainly not for me. We should, I think, begin to reinstate the draft. If we're going to fight dirty little wars, then every single man and woman from every group of people and every demographic in this country and region should be fighting them. And I know of no other way in which to make that the case. Do you? Well,
our professional volunteer army is the best military we ever had.
No doubt.
It's a tough situation. I do believe in national service of some kind. But as far as the military goes, the only people I want to draft and send to the front lines are every young person who attends an Ivy League school. They need to pay the dues before they grab the riches.
Okay, it's a form of class warfare, I think, and I think we're saying the same thing, perhaps in different ways.
Yeah.
But we really, this shouldn't be a matter of, to me, of even any serious extended debate. We have to have a society in which people sacrifice for the nation, stand up for the same values, and, by the way, simply not relegate the privilege, relegate to those who are from our middle class the responsibility to preserve the republic.
Lou, as you know very well, and by the way, I'm reading your book, Upheaval. It's terrific.
Well, thank you.
And as you know, and it really is. I'm really enjoying it. It's valuable. But we now live in a country where, for too many Americans, food stamps are more important than the flag. There are still many patriotic Americans, and they self-select and join our military and serve in that military. But those on the left, and especially Team Obama, despise our military. Political correctness is wrong amok, like the latest nonsense, and then we're going to lower standards so females can fill combat positions and people are going to get killed. Because for the Team Obama and the left, our military isn't about defending our country. That's nasty stuff. Who'd want to defend America? It's about social engineering among a self-selecting conservative group.
And I did mention this, the change in the military dress code. Sikhs being permitted to wear turbans and grow beards. You have some strong views on that.
Well, actually, Sikhs historically are pretty tough fighters.
Right.
I respect them. I have no problem with the Sikh religion. But, you know, when I was in the Army, you know, back in the days of the horse cavalry and lances, we had a saying that in the Army, you don't have a color. You're all green. You know, you're not black, you're not white, you're not yellow, you're not green. And uniformity matters. Discipline matters. And I see for the left, this is one more way with they're saying, well, we'll allow various kinds of religious attire or certain tattoos if they're religiously oriented. It's one more attempt at breaking down discipline, at cracking this evil institution, our military, that the left so hates. And it's unfortunate. I mean, where do you stop? You know, do you get to wear a Wiccan hat? Do you get to wear a Druid robe? I'd like to wear a Knights Templar cross on my breast. How about that? How would that go down with the Obama crowd?
Well, I'm sure that we'll never find out. And Colonel Ralph Peters, we thank you for being here to give us your insight. We appreciate it. Thanks so much, Ralph.
Lou, thank you.